Who paid for hair transplants are suing Long Island Medical Associates for $400 million. They say their transplants left them with scars, bumps, unnatural bald spots. Lucy Yang is live in the newsroom with details. Lucy?
Greg, worse than a bad hair day, some customers now claim they've been scalped by one of the biggest hair transplant outfits in the area. Instead of a fuller head of hair as promised, they cry all they have on top now are headaches. Louis Bellera claims he'd rather be bald than suffer what he calls a botched job from Long Island Medical Associates. After 4 years, 5 operations, and $5,000, Bellera says his head looks worse than when he started.
People looking at the back of my head and looking at the top of my head as people talk to me made me very self-conscious and very uncomfortable.
What do you say to them?
Tell them I was in a motorcycle accident. You know, I'm embarrassed to even say what happened.
Bellera is one of 24 men and women now suing Long Island Medical Associates for $400 million, claiming fraud and medical malpractice.
They put their trust in these doctors, and they're taken advantage of. And the vulnerable is further victimized. And that's why we've brought this lawsuit, because there has to be a level of accountability.
Earlier this year, when complaints first surfaced, the company allowed us to videotape one of their hair transplant procedures. After 35,000 such operations, they argue the majority of the patients in their 6 offices are more than pleased, like this man we'll call Michael. Here he is before and after. Michael says before his toupee used to look fake and slide all over his head. Now he boasts no one can tell he's had a hair transplant.
The work they did is first rate. It's excellent. My hairline is perfectly natural looking.
As for Bellera, who is far from satisfied, the company stands by their work.
He did have a little bit larger scar than is normal, and as a result of it, we did complementary work to correct that. And we feel we've done a very adequate job at that.
Now, Long Island Medical explains patient expectations must meet with reality. Bellera, meanwhile, is seeing another doctor to meet with his expectations. This industry, by the way, is not regulated. Diana, Greg.